is called to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Joni, can we have a roll call?
Karen Tynas? Here. Justin Fronsky?
Here.
Tim Parrish?
Here.
Rob Parrish?
Here.
Lee Jennings?
Here. Thank you. I'm gonna assume we have no public comment. We have no public here.
I miss Butch.
You can call him.
Hi, Butch.
And Bill, don't forget about
Oh,
that.
and Mr. Bowles.
Number 5 is the review and approval of the minutes of the regular board meeting dated Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. Could I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second.
I'll second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns on those minutes?
That was Justin and Tim?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you, motion carries. Number 6 is the review and approval of the minutes of the special meeting dated Tuesday, April 14th, 2020. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Any questions, comments, or concerns? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Number 7 are the township warrants for approval this evening in the amount of $17,567.23. Can I have a motion to approve? And a second.
Second.
Questions, comments, concerns on the road or on the town bills? Okay, can I have a roll call, Jim?
Rob Parrish?
Yes.
Justin Fronsky?
Yes.
Karen Tynas? Yes. Tim Parrish?
Yes.
Lee Jennings?
Yes, thank you. Number 8 on the agenda are the road district warrants for approval for payment this evening in the amount of $122,671.46. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Questions, comments, concerns?
I have quite a few, and unfortunately he's not here to answer.
No.
I asked you already about the TAW issue and what our plan of attack is for that. I guess I can wait on that. I saw a bill in there for snow removal, which surprises me that we're paying somebody to plow a road for a subdivision in Nunda Township after we are out plowing for other municipalities for free. So I was surprised to see that bill in there that we're paying for somebody for snow removal on an annual basis. I was hoping to get some information on the sweeper fire, find out how it happened and what our total tally is and what the extent for the insurance to pick it all up.
And I wish I had an answer for you.
I understand that. I'm just airing out what I'm seeing. Unfortunately, he's not here. I see we're paying for consulting on Eric still at $160. I think, has it been now over a month? Eric's been gone, 6 weeks.
2 months.
I think that's enough. I think,
There are some things that he had done electronically to get tablets out of the trucks and back and forth that, I think that we probably need to come more up to speed.
and we also covered his insurance, and I think we're still, I know somebody, Tim said the life insurance policy is still in there, so.
Right, I can't tell you if he's paying that back right now.
Yeah.
Because that's often how it happens. We pay for a certain amount. He can continue Cobra for some time. But I don't know if that's been paid back.
Do you have any idea, and I'm only asking you because he's not here, what flower arrangements we bought at Countryside? Was there somebody expired that we didn't know about, or?
I do not know.
It was Lita's mom.
Okay. Okay.
I would assume it was, but,
It was. I called Mike about his bills earlier today.
okay.
Okay.
That's the only one I have an answer for you on so far.
Okay. There's a Home Depot bill in there that went to the MasterCard for $1,125.77, and nothing's itemized on it.
Okay.
For all I know, it could be post holes. We're still paying Jim Condon
What was the amount on that?
$1,125.77.
That's the one I get told to.
April 6th is the date.
And then we're also paying Jim Condon, which I still have concerns, the fact that he is a road commissioner in the district next to us, and we're paying him a non-bid stipend for professional services that are determined between he and Mike. And if we're getting value, that's great, but I still wanna mention the fact that we're subsidizing the fellow road commissioners' coffers out of here, so, over lunch. That's all I got.
Do you have a Ring doorbell up at the,
At my office?
yeah,
I do not.
well, I saw that bill in here and I thought we'd already paid for that in a previous month.
Didn't that say extender?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I saw it too, cause I saw it last month or the 2 months
Yeah,
prior
and
to that.
okay, and then I was just, or maybe we have more than one, there could be more than one door they put it on, I don't know, but,
That might be, they might have put it on the other side.
okay. I
I've
just- if you
considered getting one for our office, but I have not looked into it yet, so.
Oh, I had one more. And you guys, you probably will understand this better. We're sending our trucks all the way to Rockford to get riprap, and they're coming back with 9.5 ton on the truck. We're paying $21 for it. If it's a 2-hour round trip, it's ended up costing us more to drive it than it is to buy it. Or we
Yeah.
could have it delivered for $12 to $14, $20 less. But there was, I don't know if you saw it in there was like 16, 20 loads.
Yeah,
Like, you could get a semi to come from Rockford and put it on the ground for about $5 a ton. So we're paying 4 or 5 times more than what we should,
that's true.
so.
You know-
I'd ask that if he was here, I would say, you know what, can we just get a quote? If you need riprap, it gets delivered for, you know,
Right.
total in cost of $22, we're paying over
But, you know,
40.
bear in mind, you don't have to wait for him to be here. These are questions.
This is when I should speak to him.
Well, no, you can speak to him outside of this. and
Sure I could, but
carry-
this is when the bills are presented to me in full,
I
so
get
then I
it.
get the opportunity to read it. She was able to call today, I wasn't able to call him, so.
But I'm just saying, you don't have to.
Totally understand.
You don't have to voice everything here as well. You can talk to him outside of it and
Okay.
still voice concerns here.
This is an open discussion.
Sure, no.
This is what I saw, I want everyone else to be
No,
aware.
I'm
When I
just-
looked at it, there was no criticism in anything I did here.
No, I'm not saying that, but like, a question about the riprap or something like that, I would have no idea, so you have knowledge in that. So that's something that, by all means, voice it to Mike and say, hey, there might be a better way to do this. I
Right.
don't think he'll be.
I have before in this format, you know,
Okay.
looking at brokerages and lowboy moves and all that stuff. I'm saying if he was
Yeah, no.
here, I would mention it to him.
I know,
Listen,
but I'm just saying, I
It's way
don't-
too much to send trucks that far.
I think he'd be receptive to your calls regarding, that's all I'm really saying. Anybody else?
I just had the 2 questions. One was the Home Depot charge on the 6th that you're looking into. The other one was the snow removal process. I just wonder if it was put out for bid, how we chose that, Avita Landscaping, and then I wanna know where the little street by River Road is. Is it a dedicated road, non-dedicated road? Is it part of
Does
Nunda
it say what
Township?
road it
Not
is?
part of Nunda.
It says a little road.
Little street by River Road.
I
mean,
wonder
if it's
if
in Nunda
it's-
township, somebody should be,
Well, there's-
a municipality should be plowing it.
There's a little road in my neighborhood, and that's a tough one for them to get down because it's dead end and it's very, very narrow.
Well, I wonder if it's by the roundabout,
It could be one over there too. There's a couple of roads.
if
they have
there's a
trouble.
random weird house.
Whose name is that on there, Bob?
I don't know if it's
Something I looked
technically,
at too.
the name of that road is Little Road.
Right.
So I
It's
don't
in
know.
Nunda Township. If it's
Right.
not a municipality, then we should plow it. I
Right.
mean, we own pickup trucks with snow plows. It's not like he's got, golf cart or anything. Just
Yeah, I
curious.
figured, I was gonna ask Mike about that too, when I saw that. My guess is that there's some road that somebody's been plowing, doing one of the residents, or doing something weird that we were supposed to plow and didn't, It seems like there's gotta be some, it looks like a mistake, just like funky.
Yeah, I'm not aware of it. Okay. questions, concerns? I wish I had the answers.
Yeah,
I
well,
really
you know,
do.
if you look at some of the stuff, there should be, I mean, even the Home Depot thing, maybe that's something that Casey Cost isn't catching, that, you know, what that needs to be in there. I mean, you understand you got a bill from MasterCard, but we need the matching Home Depot receipt, not just the total.
Yeah.
Right.
Generally speaking, Lito's pretty good about, I mean, I had a bill for flags that I bought, that I bought them on Amazon because they were the cheapest way to go. Thinking there'd be an invoice in the box, there wasn't, I didn't have a bill, so hey, give me a bill for it, so I had to go back through my emails and print out the invoice. So, yeah, usually Lito would catch that and say, hey, I'm not submitting this unless you have an invoice. So I don't know what happened this time.
We can wait.
It's a bold new world. Well, Mike. Hey, Mike. Justin Fransky, I'm here at the town hall meeting. We had a couple questions for you. The little road off of River Road, now my phone's gonna die, that we paid Avita Landscaping. Can you tell me what that's about? It's a $450 bill to a landscaper for plowing a little road or little road. Okay? Okay, anybody have any questions on that? Okay. The other thing was, a Home Depot bill that was paid off the credit card, I think on April 6th, like $1,100. Do you know what that was? Yes. Correct. Is that the right date?
Yeah,
That's what, yeah, that's what you said.
Yes. Which? Well, is paid by a credit card, so the credit card just says Home Depot.
Don't we usually supply the trustees with the actual invoice, that sort of statement that
Yes.
shows, the purchases?
Yes, I think that's probably why there's a question.
Alright, I'm gonna call you right back.
Alright, cool, thanks.
Try to find out.
Okay,
Right back.
It might be a learning curve.
I just
Casey.
figured I would use my time to comment to ask the questions and those stuff.
Yeah, I'll never answer your phone call again.
There might be
Kidding.
some,
You guys
learning
wanna
curve
wait
with
for a
Casey.
moment, or go ahead and vote and look
No,
for the info?
we're fine, let's, just with the understanding that maybe submit that next time and we can just see what it was, and then
Right.
with the understanding Casey needs to understand that he needs to give us the bill of sale.
Right.
So
I mean, it's
so that
also
way-
possible, maybe it got,
I mean, $1,125 at Home Depot is,
no, but maybe that got slipped in somewhere else.
yeah, I didn't see it anywhere else in there, but.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, we usually, if Casey would submit a lead, would catch it if it wasn't there, so maybe somewhere along the line it fell out.
I'm not trying to
No,
squeeze shoes, I just
that's okay.
wanna be well informed.
Ready for a vote on the bills?
Yes.
Okay. Jody?
Karen Tinus,
Yes.
Justin Franski,
Yes?
Rob Parrish,
Yes.
Tim Parrish,
Yes.
Lee Jennings.
Yes. Thank you, motion carries. Number 9, the reports by the elected officials.
Should I take Mike's call? You wanna know what the $1,100 was?
If he answers you now, but we already voted it passed.
What was an informational questions?
Hey, Mike, you're on speaker. Gotcha. Okay. No worries. Yep. Not for me. Anybody, anything else? I think that's it.
We're all good.
Thanks for picking up. All right. Bye.
Okay, my portion, I just, it's a little odd doing meetings like this, but I hope everybody keeps distance and stays safe through this whole thing. I was sad to hear of, several of our, local people passing away. Aaron Shepley, that's a huge loss. Mark Justin as well. So, very sad for them. I think that was kind of a shock. So, that's it for me. Joni?
I have a comment, but then I have a question for everyone. So, just the clerk continues to follow the attestation, public act. But then I have a question, Mark Dembski, the assessor, puts out a packet each month for the assessor's office. And he's asked me to ask each board member how you prefer to get it, if a printed copy is your preference, or it just on the website is your preference, so he's asked me to ask each one, so can I start with Karen?
If it's on the website, I might forget to read it, you can email it to me.
Okay, that's not one of his options,
I know.
Karen.
Okay, so then I'll say printed.
Printed? Tim Parrish?
Yeah, if scanning and sending to us was an option, I would take it via email.
Well, let me make a new column here, you prefer email also?
Yeah, and if not,
Alright, hang on,
then-
Karen, I'll add that.
I mean, you really only have to send it once, cause you can put it, each of us on it, we just don't respond back.
Right,
Okay,
Well, you can just put a link to the spot on the website.
that would work too.
Yeah, that would work.
okay, and then, Rob Parrish,
Same thing,
email?
yeah,
Yeah.
somehow email, copy or a link to, rather than paper,
Okay,
kind of like a newsletter.
Cause I'll remember as I walk in here to look at the website.
Man.
Sorry, Karen.
No, you're great.
okay, so far
I have
everybody's
this number for a
email.
reason.
Yeah.
Justin?
I prefer that he gets it tattooed.
Oh, for God, yes.
An email would be perfect.
Okay. Lee?
Always good with an email with a link. That way it's not chewing up valuable data space.
Are you guys all in agreement with the link, or is it just email?
Link would be great.
Everybody? Rob?
Yeah.
Anything beyond paper is fine with me.
As long as it's not paper? Email.
He wants to do paper, do that too.
Let's see, website. Okay, so nobody cares for it to be on the website?
I'm
You
glad
prefer
If it's
email?
on the website, that's, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad it's on the
Well,
website, but
that's
I'm
what
not
you
gonna remember to
that's
look
what
at
you
it.
link to, Joni.
Just put it on the
Oh, that's,
website.
okay, I'm gonna put that on here, I'm sorry.
And
Link.
send us a notice when you post it on the website.
With link
Or a link.
to website, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that was it, thank you.
Is that it for you?
Yeah.
All right. Karen?
I'm good. Glad to see everybody. Stay healthy.
Justin?
I'm out of minutes on my cell phone.
Jesus.
Okay.
No, I'm good. I'm, glad to see you all look healthy and, hope you stay that way.
Tim?
First off, I'd like to make a motion that Justin get a new mask, 'cause his mask is looking a little dingy. I don't know if he's getting the return he needs.
You don't want me to put it right.
I don't know if what I'm gonna say is gonna fall under new business, or if I can just say it now, but you had a great idea, Lee, tonight.
What's
And
that?
that would be, get an email list, generate an email list, and send a link to your newsletter that would be on our website to everyone. And I know you're missing out on a small little corner of Nunda Township that doesn't have email addresses, but it's a great idea.
I would disagree there. Trying to keep an email list for 19,000 homes and get that list, virtually impossible.
You have their address list, their email address list.
And maintaining it, that's a nightmare.
What about something like constant contact?
It's not so easily done, guys. I mean, trying to get email addresses from our residents, they don't trust governments.
I think that should be the bottom thing on your, or the top thing on your next newsletter is, hey, we're considering going to an email newsletter. Would you be willing to give up your email address? Please let me know, Super Red Nunda,
Okay,
cost saving measure.
but let me consider that and think about that.
I just think it would be very good for your legacy to transition to that. It's where the world is going. I know you have a lot of pride in that newsletter. I'm not here to take away from that. Continue
It's-
that legacy,
It's the
but
same,
make it
it's the same thing,
electronic.
it's just,
Yeah,
it's a format.
It's not
Right.
that,
Right.
It's not stuffed in every mailbox.
That's what I was just getting to.
Well, it's just a matter of can you actually get to those people? And I think that you would find that you probably won't. But, not saying it's not without an attempt.
In the small demographic of people that do not have that ability, the circulation is smaller. It may not be a high gloss piece of paper, but they could come pick it up theoretically at your office or at the assessor's office or at the road district. It'd be a way smaller circulation.
Well, I think we'd be missing a very large group, and that's the seniors, that they're not gonna look for it online, they're not gonna look through it.
My parents are senior citizens and they both have email addresses.
Well.
And I'm not here to discriminate against anyone, I just know the masses, where we're going is gonna be electronic.
I think what we're overlooking though is, when the newsletters do go out, you're looking at, okay, let's have a cost savings. Our residents actually save money with our newsletters. Mark gets a ton of calls after the newsletter is going out with people saying, well, there's a tax exemption that I haven't had that I can get. They call our office more, they call Mike's office more. And I understand you're saying still put a newsletter out, but I don't think that we're gonna get enough coverage. That being said, I can think about how we can do it, but managing it, becomes a nightmare. My email address changed, you're not sending it to me anymore, you're sending it there, I don't live there anymore. I mean, that's not something that's, there's places that, they have a person whose job is entirely that. Taking care of email addresses and media and everything else. But I'll give it some thought, see if there's some, softwares or places where we can team up with to do something.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Consideration.
What about if we stay with that format, allowing people to advertise on it? Very back page, almost like a church bulletin.
I had thought about doing that early on, and I like that idea. I like that idea a lot.
I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to do that, that's something that
We
actually has.
we can do that. I've talked to Scott about that in the past. We would have to specify any limitations up front, whether it be, you're not gonna let anything that's lewd or lascivious on there. I mean, there'd have to be something, you'd have to make sure it's PG rated.
Well, I mean, from
And we'd have to have
experience,
guidelines. Now, it might actually initially raise the cost a little bit because you might have to add a page, or you might have to cut back areas, but
you just have
something
to
along
figure
the
that out.
borders.
The back page is for advertisers, and you gotta put the rest of the material.
No, I had actually, that's how I wanted to approach it when we initially started doing them. Unfortunately, until you get these things out there and sent out, when you're brand new doing it, nobody's gonna sign up. Now that we get those out and about, that might happen. Put coupons in there for,
My thought was it's just
Storage.
business card ads. I mean, we put,
yeah,
I mean, for the steak fry every year, we sell your business card. I mean, how many could you get? You could get maybe 18 of them, 21 of them on the back of a page like this.
No, I'm,
$100, $150,
like I said, I did consider that, and I do like that idea. So offset the cost by, and still get, local businesses some help.
when I get the Nunda newsletter, the first thing I think of is how many people aren't even looking at it. I mean, like, I get the Northwest Herald, I don't even open it up, most times I just throw it away, you know? And that's what my concern is with
Well,
the newsletter, and like I've told you, I've seen them in my rental mailboxes, and they sit there, like, people don't take them out.
Well, I can tell you that our phones ring a lot when the newsletters go out. We get a month worth of just constant phone calls. Now, are they being missed? Sure they are. Send anything out in the mail, it's gonna be missed to a certain demographic. I've seen houses where the mailbox is this full, they don't look at anything, so it happens. Okay, anything else?
I'm up,
You're up.
health to the residents.
What did you say?
Health, I wish health to all our residents.
Okay. No cemetery board trustees here this evening. I will make note, though, for you guys that, somebody decided to take out, one of the fences in one of our cemeteries, so it's,
Saw that on 176?
yeah.
Yeah.
Got a quote for it. We have nobody to turn to for insurance on it, other than our insurance. I'll run it through and see if it's cheaper to pay it or run it through the insurance.
What, as long as we're on the cemetery, what's the responsibility of the guy that does the maintenance there? Because I went past the one over off of Crystal Springs the other day, and the weeds around the gravestones were like this tall. It's like they made a couple courtesy cuts, but then nobody ever weed whacked it.
Oh, no, he weed whacked last week, Thursday or Friday.
Maybe I must have just, because I think it was
Yeah,
Friday I went.
he went through
Crystal
and-
Springs in the morning.
And what he did in this case, off and on rain we've had, he went through and mowed the cemeteries, then he came back and weed whacked them all. It was
Okay, maybe that's when I saw
Thursday or
this.
Friday, I know Saturday he was weed whacking. So he's,
Okay.
I
As
know
long as
as
it's
of,
getting done, I mean,
yeah, as of Saturday afternoon or Sunday morning, they were all weed whacked. I make sure he,
this one didn't look so good over here when I saw it.
well, what we do in particular, sorry, fogging up, in particular, we kind of are waiting to get close enough to Mother's Day to get them all mowed and cleaned right before, the weed whack right before. So, you might have seen it just before shot of it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, if nothing else, any new business we need to discuss? Seeing none, any old business? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Meeting has ended.
It costs $8 now.
What?
I'm almost out of my supply. I have to
Aaron,
go
would
through-
you like some gloves, just in case you need them at some point?
Oh, I got a box.